Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Amanda Rose, and if you're a returning friend, I hope you're having a great day. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a take 2 of the Rare Beauty Selena Gomez brand. After watching my first video and editing it, I was like, I need to exchange some things. Before we do get into the video, please subscribe to my channel for makeup and lifestyle. Also, don't forget to click the post notification bell just to be notified when I do upload a new video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. After watching my first video, in my mirror, the foundation looked really good. My first round, I got 230N, and this color is just too dark. It's just too dark. If I probably got like a couple days of sun, then it would be my color, but it wasn't. The blush that I tried in the color Joy, it is a dewy blush. It was just really pigmented. Even after trying it on when I wasn't filming, I did half of it out. I tried it on the back of my hand. I tried everything and it was just too pigmented for me. So I ended up getting another color. And then for the highlighter, I've already mentioned to you guys that I do like wearing highlighter on my bare skin when I'm having a good skin day and I don't want to wear any makeup, and that color just would have been too dark for me. So I did end up exchanging 3 items and we're going to test them out again today. I am going to start out with the foundation today because I loved using the brush side more. I'm going to use a brush today. I am not going to use a sponge. The shade that I ended up getting is 190W. The 190W and 230N, I think there are 2 shades in between. There's 210N and then 200C and then 190W, and I'm not a cool tone, so I didn't end up going with that. I went back to Sephora and I had my girl Kathy help me out with color matching, and I actually went up to 170W, which is light with warm olive undertones, and that was just ghostly on me. To be honest, it was like, even going in store, it was really hard to shade match. I feel like her colors are either too orange or they're way too yellow. Maybe I can mix the colors together, but let's just go ahead and try it out. This one is 190W and this one is 230N, so there is a difference. This is 230N and this is 190W. Obviously, this is a lot lighter and this does look pretty good on the skin right now. Honestly, if it were just me on a regular day and I were to wear foundation, this is all that I would put on. But for the sake of the video, I am going to put on one more layer. So it looks like in camera, the color does look really good. It is not too yellow right now. I'm just hoping that it doesn't oxidize. Right now, it is just a natural finish. It's not matte, it's not dewy, it is just your natural finish, and you can still see the skin peeking through. Now I'm gonna go in with one more layer. Ooh, that is full coverage right there, you guys. That is full coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. This time around, it doesn't feel heavy. Right now, it looks really good on the skin, even with the second layer. It still looks good. It covered up, because I have 2 dots right here. I had pimples here like a few weeks ago, and it's covering up the dark spots really well. It looked really good on the nose, which is a problem area for me. It is not sinking into any of my fine lines. Mind you, I'm not wearing any primer, and I'm not gonna put powder over this. I'm just gonna do powder under my eyes. I do like this color way better than the other one that I have. If I wanted to, I could probably mix the 2 colors together, but I think that this is good. I just hope that this color doesn't oxidize on me later. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I did keep the concealer because I do like the shade color. It's kind of like a neutral peachy color and it cancels out my under eye circles. I know a lot of people were talking about prices for all of these, and yeah, I mean, some of these products are quite expensive, but I think for the amount of product that comes out, this stuff is gonna last you a long time. And this makeup line, it's for that everyday person who doesn't wear a lot of makeup. Like I said, it's gonna last that person a really long time. So I don't mind the price because of that. And also, the setting spray. I did end up returning that because I have so many setting sprays, and I have so many setting sprays that I do love. And I did mention in the video that it was burning my eczema, and after a while it stopped burning, but that's still kind of worrisome. Also, I didn't really explain why or why I think it's the same as the Pixi setting spray. So the Pixi setting spray and the Rare Beauty one have that same kind of like oily type liquid glow setting spray, and when you shake it up it gets that, you know, it mixes up. Let me just go ahead and grab it. Do you see how this Pixi one kind of has that oily glow thing, and then when you shake it up it is pretty much like what the Rare Beauty one does. The sprayer is exactly the same, the smell is exactly the same. The only difference is that this is pretty much drugstore and it's cheaper. They both have the niacinamide in it, which helps improve the appearance of skin, but it doesn't have the sodium hyaluronate, which helps to keep the complexion looking hydrated and plump. However, this does claim to keep your skin nourished, so it's pretty much the same thing to me. And I already have this and a whole bunch of other setting sprays, so that is pretty much why I just ended up returning the other setting spray, and it's just more expensive. I was just like, I don't need any more, so I got rid of it. Okay, so I'm going to apply some bronzer on my face, and then we'll get into the other products. I have my bronzer on. The bronzer that I went in with is, I talked about this in my Ipsy, I've been loving it so much lately. It's the Yensa Sunlit Glow Silk Bronzing Base. It is this guy right here, and I'm using the brush that it comes with. This is just amazing. I'm gonna get into the blush. Now, when I did exchange it, I went in with the lightest shade possible. The shade Bliss is actually a matte. I prefer a matte blush. This is a like matte nude pink is how they describe it. I did get a little sample size that came with one of my orders, and this one is in Grace. So I'm gonna swatch both of these just by even putting this on the back of my hand. Obviously, yes, it's going to be pigmented, but not as much as like these ones. I feel like might be easier to blend out. This one is Grace and this one is Bliss. This one is, yeah, it's just the only color that called out to me that I thought would go best, because the other one was just a disaster. It was a freaking disaster. I am going to attempt to put this on my face, and then I'm going to pray for myself and then put it on. I'm gonna put on one dot just right there. I'm gonna go in with my MAC 109 contour brush, but I use this as my blush brush sometimes. And oh, that's way better. Just using one dot still gives you a lot of pigment. That is a pretty shade. I love that one. Like way better than Joy. Joy would have been pretty if it were not as pigmented. I'm sure it'll look better on darker skin tones, but on me, I looked like a clown. One dot, if I wanted to, I could probably do two. But I am going to play it safe. Now we're gonna go in with the highlighter, and I ended up getting the shade Mesmerize. This is the one that is Selena's go-to shade. I honestly didn't know which color to pick. If I could have purchased like a whole bunch of them, I would have, but these are $22 and no, not gonna do it. This is supposed to be a rose bronze shade. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit and tap it out with my fingers. Ooh, this is pretty. So as you can tell, it's very, very light. And yes, it is a rose shade, but it looks natural. And it does, I'm gonna add a little bit more. It does have like a bronze shade in it. And I've never really used a color like this. I usually stick with more of like a neutral or gold tones. But this has like a little bit of that bronze in there, and I see it. Just gives you that nice glow from within. I'm gonna go ahead and dip it back in again. And I'm gonna intensify it a little bit. That's a lot, but you know, we can make that work. Ooh, I'm gonna spread this around a little bit because I did add a little too much. But it does build very well. It's cute. I really like it. It's definitely different. It's not like anything that I have in my collection. I haven't even set under my eyes yet. I do love the concealer, but there is, because I have creases, there are creases under my eyes, as you guys can tell. So I would suggest setting right away. I crease all the time, no matter what. It doesn't matter what brand. I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting pattern and just setting underneath. And then I'm gonna go in with one of her lip shades. Let's go in with the Courage. I'm actually building the color to see if it'll build anymore. And it builds quite a bit. It's definitely matte. I love that. All right, guys, so now we're gonna get into final thoughts on the other products that I did exchange. For the foundation, you guys already know that I love the foundation. Nothing has changed. I still really love it. I love how natural it looks, even with a thin serum-like foundation. It covered up almost everything. After 2 applications, like I said, I could go in with 1 application and I am good. There is no settling in any of my fine lines. The color does look really good. I was kind of questioning it at first that maybe it's gonna be too yellow or it's gonna be too light, and this is my perfect shade. It may look different on camera when I edit it, but we will see. The color is a tiny bit yellow, but I can work with it. When I add the concealer and bronzer, it kind of tones down that yellow a little bit. I love this foundation that much that I am willing to work with the foundation in the shade. And then for the concealer, you guys already know I love the concealer. And for the blush in Bliss, I freaking love this. This is like one of those shades that you can wear this color with anything. I would much rather prefer the matte blushes over the dewy blushes. The dewy blushes are extremely pigmented. You literally need like half of a dot to get that pigment. Now with the matte ones, these are so much easier to blend out. You can put 1 dot on your face, you can put it on the back of your hand, you can pretty much do whatever you want with these guys, and these will blend out so well. I went in with my MAC 109 synthetic contour brush and it blended out like a dream. I only put 1 dot, but you could probably do 2 if you want, but this is good enough for me. The color is just gorgeous. This is something that I will probably use with almost this can go with almost any color or makeup look, and I'm so glad that I ended up getting this color. Last but not least, we have got the liquid luminizer in Mesmerize. I don't normally wear this color, but this is actually really pretty. As you guys can see, that is just you can kind of see the pink. I didn't really mention it before, but for this highlighter, it doesn't have any glitter particles in it. At first I thought it would, but it is just smooth. It looks really beautiful and it doesn't accentuate any of my pores. I do have a few enlarged pores like right in this area, and you don't see them. It doesn't accentuate them. For the prices, like I've said, everyone keeps talking about the prices and how expensive it is, and that this is literally like for people who are minimalist in makeup, which is true. Yeah, it is a lot, but you do have a lot of product. And for someone who is a minimalist that doesn't wear a lot of makeup, it's still gonna last a really long time for them. If you guys see me outside of YouTube, I know my friends do, but I don't wear a lot of makeup, if that, not at all. So this is definitely right up my alley, and it's something that I will be using a lot. So to me, it's worth it. But other than that, I enjoyed everything. And that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and my update on it. If you did enjoy my video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you guys do want to see anything else, please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, be on the lookout for all of my vlogs. We are going to be driving across country, and I'm going to try to do my best. Vlogs are not my thing, but I'm going to try to do my best. My best. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.